Hello and welcome to the Indicator Warehouse. This is Ray Burke here, and in today's video I am going to be covering the new updated OmniTimer. Now the OmniTimer is this little guy right here. Now the OmniTimer can be used a couple of different ways. Right now I currently have the OmniTimer set up with our mean Renko bars. Now let's go ahead and take a look on how we need to set this up. For any non-time-based bar, it's actually really simple. Left click on the indicator itself, go to Properties. You'll come down here to where it says the OmniTimer right here. And for any non-time-based bar, you're going to need to have it set to relative to average time. Now, what you're also going to notice is there is a count up and a count down feature as well. We're going to use that a little bit later on with time-based bars as well as tick charts. For right now, let's leave it to relative to average time. The next thing that you're going to see here is it has a place for time look back. This feature right here allows you to adjust exactly how many bars back you want the OmniTimer to look. And what's going to happen is it looks back and it takes an average of how long it took the last 10 bars. If you'd like, you can go ahead and switch it to 20. Let's see what that looks like. Now, by looking back at the average time that it takes to make each bar, it gives us an idea of just how fast the current market that we're trading is actually moving. Right now, in this case, the OmniTimer is telling me that this current bar that I am in right now is currently 2 minutes, 19, 20, so on and so forth seconds old. Now, when that bar closes high or low, the timer will start all over again. The dial will move to the hard right, and then it will begin to count itself down relative to the average time that it took for each bar. You're probably asking yourself, why is time so important? Time is very important to me, although Renko is a non-time based bar, but it's important to me because I'm of the personal belief that the longer that I stay in a trade, the more likely it is to go against me. Now, I also believe the longer it takes to make a bar, say if I'm waiting for a setup to transpire, I believe the longer it takes to make a bar, the more likely it is to move possibly in that direction. Now, the other big reason that I worked with the programmer to develop this particular tool is with most bar timers, you're going to find down here in the lower right-hand corner. Well, I don't know if you're like me or not, but I tend to focus all my attention on this little area right in here. And I wanted a tool that was easy and clear to see, that I could position anywhere I wanted right here in my line of sight. Now, we have made a new addition to the OmniTimer. We have actually added a feature. Here at the Indicator Warehouse, we are very focused on our customers, and we are very focused on customer feedback. One of the big questions that I got a lot was, Ray, is there a smaller version of the OmniTimer? Can you change it? After working with the programmer, once again, what we did was we went in and then we added right here for meter size. There is a large size as well as a small size. Small size is very similar. You'll find that it's a little bit more compact. It still has the ability to average back whatever number of bars you specify, and it also has the ability for you to float it wherever you want on your chart, making it easier for you to see. All right, well, now we've covered that, let's go ahead and let's take a look at some other bar types. Okay, currently we are looking at a 3-minute chart. Now we'll need to make a change. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave the OmniTimer small for this particular chart. Once again, I'm just going to right click on my chart, go to Indicators. I'm going to come to my OmniTimer, and I have a choice. There's a couple different ways I can do this. I've got display type right here, currently set to relative to average time. For a time-based bar, I can either count up, meaning that right now this bar is currently 2 minutes and 10 seconds old, meaning I've got 50 seconds left for it to complete, or I can reverse it and I can count it down as well. Click Apply. Now it's telling me I have 33, 32, you get the picture, seconds for the bar to complete. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at a tick chart next. Okay, once again, this is the full-size OmniTimer for a tick chart, and right now I currently have this one set to count down. Now this is for a 150 tick chart. Let's go ahead and switch that and let's get it to count up. So I'm currently 29 ticks into my 150 tick bar, counting up. Now the OmniTimer also will tell you the time of range bars as well. Let's take a look at those next. Now remember, with a range bar, it is not based on time. So what we need to do is once again go in here. I left click the indicator, right click, I go to properties, and then I come up here and I need to set it to relative to average time again. And also remember, you can do the average time, the average look back, you can change that right here. I'm going to change it back to 10. You can see how fast the market's moving here by how fast this dial is moving. See, moving very fast here, very fast. Of course, we're looking at the CL, and it's right before cash close for the CL. One of the other things that I can't emphasize enough about what I love about the OmniTimer is its ability to be positioned wherever you want to see it on your chart. Like I said, I really prefer to focus on the hard right edge, and I focus on a 4 to 6 square inch area right here in this area on my chart. One thing the OmniTimer does for me is it saves me what I call eye time. If I had my timer down here, I'm constantly looking up here, down here, up here, down here, up here, down here. Whereas with the OmniTimer, I can place this little guy wherever I want. Well, I hope you found this video to be informative. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to contact any of us here at Indicator Warehouse. Thanks and have a great day.